comment what you love and what you don't. Come hang with the boys in the woods.
Welcome, everybody, to the Boys in the Wood podcast. Today we have my co-host, Charles. We've got Jacob, sexy Harry Potter here.
What's up, boys? Nice to be here, man.
I gotta tell you, Jacob. So I get the text message a little while ago, and he's like, "Yeah, we've got the comedian, the sexy Harry Potter," and I'm reading it, and I'm like, "All right, sweet, let's see what happens."
Yeah,
I'm like,
I love how all the credits you could have pulled, you were just like, "Sexy Harry Potter." That's the one
I did. I definitely wanted to pull that one. That was the number one I wanted to pull.
It was so cool.
I earned that fucking nickname, dude. I did, this was 2019. I was like an open micer, and I got hired to do a roast at a nerd bar where it was the roast of Harry Potter, and I played Harry Potter.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh, man.
And so I got that nickname from that roast because I went up there and I was the most seasoned comic on the roast, so I was just going after fucking Ron Weasley was played by a 40-year-old dude and shit. I was just going after that. It was a lot of fun though, man.
Oh, roasts are always fun to get into.
A themed roast on top of it. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That was
MTV
the first
needs
roast
to
I
pick
ever
up their
did.
crap.
Yeah.
That was the first roast you ever did, and you acquired it. Wow, it's way better than Fruit Loops or something. Holy crap! You're gonna walk out of there way worse.
Right.
Yeah, dude, I would have gotten canceled after that. You can't roast Fruit Loops anymore, dude. 2020.
No.
I know.
We call those people now, actually, Charles. You can't.
That's I understand this now.
Special people.
Who do you think has that nickname though? Right? who's I don't know. I guess I'm not going to go
Fruit
Google
Loops?
who is known as Fruit Loops. I guess that'll never be in my
half the gay guys I know, dude. What are you talking about?
That's what I mean. So who's the king of the kings who's grabbed that name?
Well, why would you? Okay, I understand the stigma around the nickname, but it's you call yourself that, and it's you take on that persona, you're living with that the rest of your life. What if you don't want that nickname anymore, but you're still that's you? I'm gonna go hang out with my Fruit Loops friends. All my Fruit Loops friends think Toucan Sam's the shit.
Can you imagine calling someone up? Yo, what up, Fruit Loop?
Yeah.
I feel like there's definitely quite a few drag queens named Fruit Loop.
Oh, I think that it would be way worse. What we would consider probably hate spoken in a better tongue in the right scenario is probably a nickname we could never imagine.
Probably. And, that's, any derogatory sense of a term or a word aside, that's not something that we were trying to make fun of. It's just, it's kind of funny that.
Well, how Australia uses the big C word. That's
that's true. To me. You can say it. Why? Since when did you ever freaking censor yourself? Jesus.
You were talking in the beginning of the, off camera about something about swearing. So
I don't give a shit. I'm
going to do my literal best to not fucking say way too many swear words.
All right.
That's what I'm trying to do this episode. I'm going to keep it under 55.
The chupacabra. You're talking about the chupacabra, right?
The chupacabra.
We don't have many left. We can say cunt still. We're keeping cunt.
Let's keep it.
I'll be honest with you. I listen to a lot of podcasts. I'm a podcaster. I love my podcast. I don't get paid for it. I really don't care. I mention that a lot because Spotify, Apple, pick us up. Here's the thing. I listen to Bad Friends, and I listened to him go off and just talk in a completely fake language the other day. And these guys got 1.9 million views, and he's like, and they're having a conversation with 3 people in the room on microphones. And I'm like, people are paying to listen to this shit. For real?
Hey, there's t-shirts on the rack I'd never buy, but when I come back, they're always gone. So it's a capitalistic, crazy ass world.
I know. I don't care. People listen to people talk about cooking hot dog water, drinking it through a straw, and then, butt guzzling it. So
what's the craziest
I wasn't
thing
aware
you've
you were
ever
familiar with my podcast, Patrick.
Yes, I know. Well, sometimes I like to enlighten myself in different ways.
What's the craziest thing you've ever found yourself listening to, Jacob?
The craziest thing I've ever found myself listening to. I don't know. I opened TikTok the other day, and it's not really crazy, but it's just this old British lady who's wearing a lab coat, and I'm like, she must be trustworthy. Anything she says, and there was just this minute and 30-second video about how good cayenne pepper is for you. and I was just enthralled. It's
Right.
apparently great for you. Yeah, dude.
You're not the only one, man. I find myself watching videos sometimes, and at the end of it, I go, "What the fuck?" Okay,
Yeah.
54
I was
left.
like, I should have been drinking cayenne pepper this whole fucking time. Like, you're supposed to drink it, and it's supposed to just like do wonders for your body. I've been shitting my pants for no reason. I could just drink cayenne pepper, and it'll fix all my issues.
So what is it? White apple cider vinegar and cayenne pepper is the cure. We just cured cancer, everybody. We just cured it. You're welcome.
Yeah, dude. If you're white, it's apple cider vinegar. Like
Oh,
any
it's
other
true.
race,
Okay.
cayenne pepper.
Okay. Yes. Yes.
Pepper. Well, I tell you, the craziest thing I was watching this week was apparently there was a hoarders episode of an old lady who hoarded all of her poop.
Oh yeah, I'm aware of this.
Yeah. So I'm probably not going to talk too much more about it because I was pretty upset. I watched as much of it as I did, but it's definitely worth a Google.
All right. So
Yeah.
I got a couple questions here.
Yeah.
So she hoarded her
Poop.
feces.
Yeah, for like 10 years.
Yes. Let's be scientific. Let's use
Okay,
the
yeah.
correct term.
'Cause I did say
She-
shit with pages down to
Yes.
51 now.
Did she jar this feces and did she
Yes.
store it in a closet?
Well, actually, she stored it everywhere, and she had
It was so
Like in the washing machine and the dryer?
a feces bucket, and at times this bucket apparently got too heavy, and she would have to transfer it over and use a different bucket.
Yes,
which
the old shit bucket.
yeah.
And
Yes.
so like the producers were talking to this lady too, and her reasoning for keeping the shit is just insane. They were talking to her about giving it up, and she said, "What if I need it?"
Yes, for horticulture.
And the
for
fucking
growing
producer was
plants.
just like, "You know, it's shit, right? Like,
It's
what do you use
fertilizer."
shit for?"
Fucking fertilizer, man.
And she went to a
Yeah.
doctor, and the doctor was like, "You're horrible. You're gonna die just from breathing shit all the time."
All
What
the
is
time. I mean, it
wrong
was
with you?"
everywhere. The mason
Oh.
jars. It was just everywhere. I mean, I'm not going to tell you it was worth a Google, but I'm not going to tell you it wasn't
It's worth
worth the
looking up.
Google.
Yeah,
It's worth it to look it up.
It's
Yes.
pretty dope. It's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Disclaimer: there is literally shit when you
So-
look it up.
Little now that we've done about 6 different side quests, Jacob, the comedian, my friend.
What's up, man? What do you want to know?
how did you find this comedian world? Did it find you?
Oh man, that'd be fucking gay if I said it like, "Oh, it found me." Like we all find it. Like it didn't hunt me in the woods, dude. Like
Maybe.
The bullet jumped up and bit me in my butthole.
yeah, like I'm kind of dumb, but not like Forrest Gump level
Yeah.
yet. Let me hit my head a couple of times. No, dude. I mean, I was always into stand up. Like I was like 6 years old, and I would like get on my dial up computer and like Google like the comedians that sold out Madison Square Garden and like
Yeah.
make a list because I was just a fucking little autistic kid that was just obsessed with
Yeah.
comedy, I guess.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I started writing jokes when I was like 14 because I was bored in school. And I was like,
Yeah.
I'm never going to use any of this, but I might like use this joke I'm writing right now. So I just like write bits. And then when I was 17, I got booked for a show. I had never done comedy before. It was someone's birthday show at a bar. And so I snuck in there and did 10 minutes of comedy. First time ever doing it, which is such a bad fucking idea. Never
Yeah.
do that. If you've
Yeah.
never done comedy before,
It doesn't
don't
sound
agree
like
to
a long
10
time,
minutes.
but it's like I tell my wife sometimes, hold your breath for 2 minutes. Oh, you can't?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a long fucking time.
Right. Well, I'll say that like within the last 2 years, I've gotten a good 10 minutes, and I
Yeah.
started with a horrible dog shit 10 minutes, and yeah, man, I did it, and then I had to leave because I was 17, and I
Yeah.
snuck into a bunch more bars and just kept doing it, man.
Just kept doing it.
It's awesome.
So now you had mentioned this 10-minute thing for aspiring comics out there. What would you suggest they start with? What would you suggest they look for?
I mean, you write a 5-minute set, and then you
Yeah.
take it to open mics, and then you beat it into the fucking ground until you
Yeah.
know it's funny, and then you write another 5. Like,
You write
why would
another
I book
five.
you for 10 minutes if your 5 minutes is shit?
It's your first 5 is shit. Yeah, absolutely.
We actually interviewed a couple comedians, and they always say that the worst is to be the opener. The opener, like the first person, because you have to warm up the crowd, and they're always like, yeah, we're never really funny because nobody's had that first drink. Nobody's all loosened up, and having a good time yet. He goes, if you can make somebody laugh, like you said, Charles, the belly laugh, if you can get the belly laugh and the first thing is the opener, you've got something going on, because you're usually just out there to just be a face for the comedy scene,
Oh, dude. I mean, the opener honestly is my favorite spot though, because
Really?
Just throw you out there.
Yeah, dude. Just fucking. I've opened for like some big people before. It's my fucking favorite thing to do because that like if people are laughing at you when you're set up to fail, you have something. But if I'm featuring, because headlining is shit too, dude. By the time the headliner comes up there, everyone's already laughed. They're hungry. They're fucking probably sleepy. They've been drinking. So it's like if you're the feature act, you're set up for success. If you're bombing as the feature, then you're just. That's a shitty day at the office. Yeah, dude, I fuck like every time I go to an open mic, I try to get the first spot. Even if it's already taken, I'll be like, dude, can you just put me up first? Because the guy that signed up first doesn't want to go first. I'll fucking gladly do it and set the pace of this shit.
That's different. Yeah, definitely. I think that's awesome that you just take the bullet.
I mean, I have a lot of energy. So it's like, I'll set the tone instead of being the victim of like signing up fifth and then 5 really bad open micers go before me. And then I'm doing bits that are good, but it's like I have to win over the crowd now because they've heard bad comedy for 25 minutes.
Well, I was just going to ask him, we were just talking, well, we weren't really talking. We were listening to Dave Chappelle before you came on. Who's your favorite comedian?
Oh, it changes, dude. It's like with everything. Like if you're a really true fan of it, like you discover more and more, and then it changes from time to time. My go-to is always Tom Segura because he does like really good stories and really good jokes, which is really hard to find because usually comedians do just one or the other. So like, I mean, Segura, Norman, an underrated one's Sean Patton. Like I usually don't include him because I've worked with him, but like he's legitimately a fucking killer comic, dude. I love
it when he talks about how much he hates the New York Giants, how much they've let him down over the years.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I mean, I like relatable New York shit like that. Most New York comics are like, how about the subway? And then like 98% of the country doesn't get it.
Yeah, all you got to do is bash your own state at that point. You'll get most of the country on you at that point.
Oh yeah, dude. I mean, being from Mississippi, anytime I go somewhere out of Mississippi, I can do 20 minutes on Mississippi.
And
it's
people understand it. Yeah.
It's funny, Charles. He has the most non-Mississippi accent I've ever heard in my entire life.
Okay, so full disclosure here, I'm like sitting here, I'm looking through the Facebook because I want to ask you some things about your hometown. And I'm like, okay, cool. Let's find this on the Facebook. And I'm like,
he probably thought you lived in Massachusetts.
I'm like, I'm just gonna find a way to have him mention it at some point in time.
Yeah.
Okay. So, dude, the state of Mississippi, right? So the only thing I ever really learned about the state of Mississippi is how to spell that sweet river and the Sooner tongue. Mississippi.
Oh yeah. So, I mean, it's good for counting. Just 1 Mississippi. 2 Mississippi.
3
and ironically, we don't know how to fucking count, so I don't know who decided to add Mississippi after counting because it's not one of our strong suits.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Was that Bill Engvall that said, or no, maybe it was the other guy? He goes, if your tooth count's bigger than your ACT score, you might be from Mississippi. I don't know if it was part of that. Who was it? It was Bill Engvall. It was
Jeff Foxworthy.
Jeff Foxworthy and Larry the Cable Guy. Yeah.
You might be a redneck skit.
Yeah. Well, anyway, that's kind of like played over. We're gonna cut that out.
How do you think that would go over today?
Probably not very well.
It still goes over. Fucking Foxworthy is coming to Biloxi, like 30 minutes from where I live, and he's gonna sell out doing that hack material.
Oh, I'm sure he will. Like this. Really? It's the same routine, not the routine, but it's the same skit he's been running for like 20 years.
Like Toby Keith's Steakhouse still makes money. You go there, there's Toby Keith's on the building.
Boomers need something to do too, guys. Like they're not going to go see Shane Gillis and have their minds fucking blown. Like they're going to see Jeff Foxworthy and be safe.
Yeah. It's a safe amount of money. Oh my goodness. So. Oh, I just completely lost my train of thought.
Well, you wanted to ask him.
I saw the Batman symbol in the background.
Ask me about my hometown, dude. What's up?
Yes.
What do you want to know? You want to know how to cook meth? I got you.
No, it's not that bad.
Oh yeah, it is. Where I'm currently residing, where I'm zooming to you from, there's like a current meth lab like down the road, bro. Like it's a problem. And there's
That's it.
been one there in that same residence since I was a kid. Just
Really?
multiple meth labs in the same house. Yeah, dude. Of course.
Oh my goodness.
Just
Oh my
different
God.
people keep buying it and making meth there. It must be a great meth spot.
I was gonna say
Real estate agents.
Yeah, this is great for cooking meth. You know that smell? Meth. Great.
I was gonna say you weren't one of those guys that downloaded the heat signature app on your drone and went and hovered it over the neighbor's house. Like, did you ever see those YouTube videos? They can see the heat signature because apparently, electricity, when it's freaking, they're using a shit ton, it gives off a magnetic pulse, and you can tell that somebody's using 15 times more electricity than what the normal person should be using, and their house is lit up like a fucking Christmas tree.
Dude, or if you're from Mississippi, you could just smell. Like, you
Well,
can
that's
smell.
true. I can't smell. I have a deviated septum. I don't know. Fuck you, methyl ethyl ketone. That ruined my life working for an epoxy flooring company. Anyway, long story. We'll get into it one of these days.
But
That's
yeah, dude,
crazy.
I mean, I remember being a kid and like they were savvy with it too. There were people there for a minute who so meth smells like burning tires when you're cooking it. So what they did is they went in their front yard and set a bunch of fucking tires on fire. So when the cops rolled up, they were like, "Yeah, you smell burning tires? We're burning tires, motherfucker. You can't search this place. Go get a warrant." So they're just cooking meth there for a really long time because the cops were like, "Well, shit, that explains the smell. We can't go in there. We know they're cooking meth, but oh well."
Unbelievable.
That's the glorious war on drugs. Yeah, how long is? I mean, outside of all of us letting the Dare Bear down.
The Dare Bear.
How long?
Yes, the Dare Bear.
Fucking poor bear.
What about them like little puppet fucking
Or was it
Muppet
a
things
lion?
they used to have? They used to have all kinds of little.
I think the Dare. I think it was a lion actually.
Yeah, the Dare Lion, dude.
Yeah, lion. Where the fuck did I get bear from?
All
I'm down
right.
to like 38. Yeah, it was a lion. But anywho, goddamn, I think they pretty much lost that one. Every 10 years, something new shows up.
Yeah, dude. I mean, right now it's like the war on drugs is getting its ass kicked by fentanyl, like hard.
Yeah. Heroin to meth to fentanyl.
Yeah, look at that guy.
Oh,
It's the Dare Lion.
That fucking
That is
thing.
the face of
Dude,
somebody
does
else
that look like he looks like he's goth. Look at him,
Yeah, right.
all fucking depressed and shit.
all of the
How
kids
much would they
he
have to pay
inspired.
you to put that suit on, by the way?
$5 in a fucking Budweiser.
I'd do it for a bottle of water.
A bottle of water.
To be the lame asshole in the Dare Lion costume that all the kids are like, look at the fucking guy. Like,
I've done a lot of stupid shit. Yes, back in my college days, I probably would have done it for a beer, a drink, or something. Not nowadays.
The meme goes around every once in a while, but honestly, that entire Dare program made me think that there was way more free drugs.
Oh yes, they were gonna just walk up and just say, "Hand you, here's drugs, free drugs."
Like it was going to be a conversation twice a day, once before noon and once before dinner. And honestly, I don't think it's ever really come up. So that's probably why that lion failed.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it got some of us. I was definitely one of those kids in middle school where like I'd see another kid with a vape pen and I would be like, oh shit, he's like,
Oh, that's crazy.
a
We used to run to
grifter.
Family Dollar and just smoke the cigarette. There was vape pens at that point in time. Yeah.
oh yeah, dude. I was in middle school in like 2012.
Oh fuck yeah! I remember my fucking principal caught us one time, pulls me into the principal's office, and he goes, "Yeah, He guys said this to me a lot, but yeah, you're headed to the war. You're probably gonna die anyway, so there's no point in me punishing you. Just get to class." I'm like, oh hell yeah!
Wow.
Yeah, I was the Army Future Soldier program. I was a bastard. All right, like it's just the things people said to me were probably well deserved. I don't know if you should say that shit to a kid, but I was a bastard, so I would say it to me.
Yeah, right. I mean, use drugs while you can. You're going to die in a war that has no point, that we're going to pull out of abruptly and kill more people from in a very short number of years.
You can't
So
you can't say facts. You can't give them facts. Oh, they're gonna fact check you.
Yeah, we got to source that site now. What is that? Just
Um,
anywhere you go on the internet, look it up.com.
Yes, exactly. www.googlefuckyou.com.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah.
You can make a lot of money off of that domain.
So Charles wanted to bring something up to you, and I'm not entirely sure. I'll just.
Oh, you're throwing the heat on me. Just throw it out there.
All right, we're gonna.
I agree that I said it.
He doesn't fucking rember what it is.
Oh yeah.
He has no clue.
I agree that I said it.
Trust me, dude. I've been the incompetent co-host on my podcast for 3 years, long enough to fucking know when someone tells you, "Oh, bring up that thing that you said."
Actually,
you have no fucking clue what it is.
Well, exactly. But Charles is usually the one that's on top of everything. I'm the one sitting over there, like not opening my mouth and being quiet all the time. So you want to talk about Elon and freaking the old freaking Facebook fuckface himself.
Mark
so you guys
Zuckerberg.
Want to get taken off of Facebook too? Is that what we're doing?
Oh, they've tried multiple times. I get fact checked daily.
All right,
daily.
Dude.
But so this fight here, we've got Elon Musk versus Zuckerberg, and apparently it's happening.
Well, apparently Elon was freaking training with Lex Friedman, and Lex Friedman has a podcast, and he was literally posting videos on like Twitter and Instagram that he was like wrestling, teaching him how to like throw down like legit. I even like one of my posts when I said, go for the balls or something.
Nice.
Yeah. Stick and twist it.
Yeah. Let's stick and twist it.
I mean, obviously this is never going to happen.
It's
right?
not.
Like, not really. But
this is propaganda.
According to Twitter, I don't know if anybody else follows the old Elon on Twitter, but it appears to be grabbing enough attention that now Dana White is rocking a Zuckerberg versus Elon shirt with the UFC fucking tag on it. Apparently, you can buy these from the UFC shop. I'm going to look up why we talk about.
So this. He's choosing Zuck because he put his name first, right? That's how that rolls. Yeah, it rolls off the tongue like that.
Elon versus Zuckerberg. I don't want to jump to.
I mean, it's alphabetical, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Dude, sure. I mean, Dana White, of course he's going to get his fucking fat fucking fingers all up in this, dude. Like, the UFC has been declining for years now. You're losing all of your stars, and then Elon Musk and Zuckerberg want to fight. Of course you're going to be like, I need this to happen now. Absolutely. If you don't want to fight, we'll do power slap. You guys remember when I did power slap?
Yeah, Dana White is dead serious about promoting Mark Zuckerberg and the versus Elon. Sure.
Well, but of course he's going to be the one that promotes it.
Wasn't even
because he's going to be the one that's going to have the pay-per-view. He's going to have the rights to it, and then that's $500 million or something.
Well, the PFT is looking into it too. Jake Paul there was shouting out on old Twitter, hey, we'll fucking put this out there from the media.
Fake Paul.
Yeah.
Fake Paul.
See them guys get fucking pelted with Prime over in Europe somewhere. They were promoting their Prime drink, just got pelted with it. It's a funny ass video.
Oh.
Which, I mean, I believe Jake Paul more than I would Dana White, because Dana White has not he's stopped deals way more than Jake Paul. Usually what he says fucking happens. He's like, I'm going to box Nate Diaz. And then 2 years later, he's boxing Nate Diaz.
Well, he's in it to make money too. He's promoting himself. He's not just going to promote himself and then get bashed on and not make any money off of it.
Can you imagine being the promoter for the richest man in the world? That shit's got to be easy. Everyone knows who you are.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I mean, it would be the highest selling pay-per-view of all time.
I had
It'd be the worst fight of all time as well.
Oh,
exactly.
No, I had a tweet that went for 100K views, ready? And all it said was Aquaman. So that dude could literally go at Elon Musk, Yellow Ice, and that shit's going to go for 12 million views. Yeah. And tag a link to Yellow Ice, and you're going to get.
I know enough about that.
What's dog piss in the snow? Everyone knows what Yellow Ice is. You don't eat that shit.
Yeah, dude. But I mean, Elon Musk would win, right? Even though he doesn't know how to fight.
So.
He's bigger, isn't
he? George St. Pierre said he would train Elon, and now there are. A
he's going to train him to take him to a fucking 5-round decision. What's he going to do?
With the Dukes
I'm going to train you how to jab him for 5 rounds.
I think Elon accepted George St. Pierre's bid to train him. I swear to God.
Yeah, because George St. Pierre is going to teach him to do what he has to do. Fucking take him down at all costs. Don't do anything else. Take him down now.
Well, isn't Elon like 6 feet tall and like Zuckerberg's like 5'8"? He's tiny.
Elon's built like a 1950s fridge, and Zuckerberg's, a little athletic.
Zuckerberg's built like a 1950s housewife.
Yes, sir.
He's not allowed to eat anything he doesn't cook.
Honestly, so like,
right.
that robot look that he gives, I'm just envisioning like the first punch, and he comes back and just looks at him, and I'm like, what's happening next?
But it's like Zuck can strike, dude. Zuck can strike though, and he has jujitsu, so it's like, it's just the thing is like, how hard does his punches hurt?
Yeah,
you can strike all you want. If it hits my big old fat fucking tummy,
that's what I was gonna say. Exactly. Elon's got that tum tum, like the old freaking Pooh Bear tum tum. He can just freaking bounce it right off there.
Right, dude.
I've got to put my money on Elon. I would put my money on Elon. I'd have to.
Well, I would, just because of the fact that if it becomes like he said, if it becomes a grappling thing, Elon's gonna freaking overpower him with muscle. Zuck might have a couple of freaking kicks to the rib. He'll try to kick up to the ribs, but I don't know if his little legs will get up high enough.
God
yeah, I mean, he doesn't know enough jujitsu to submit him from the bottom.
No.
Yeah, just so you know, if this actually happens, Charles, we do have to officially have a podcast episode where we buy the pay-per-view and we can't show the video, but we can comment on it. And we'll have to invite all of our podcast listeners and all of our friends just to listen, and we're going to take bets on it. Outside of it, we really don't care. We don't make no money. They're going to be little prop bets, though, between us.
I don't speak Spanish there towards the end, but totally agree with everything you said.
¿Dónde está el baño?
Yeah.
Where's the bathroom?
No hablo habanero sauce.
Yes. No hot sauce for you.
Even grassy ass, I believe, is the correct way to say that nowadays. Yeah, grassy ass.
I took 4 years of Spanish in college. I don't speak a fucking word of it.
Yes, me either.
My claim to Spanish was at one point in time having my 6th grade Spanish teacher teach me enough words separately so at the end of the year I could say I play with my stick with my hand.
Nice.
I wish I knew how to say it today. Sorry, Mr. R, but
well, you've been learning some Flemish though, some freaking Belgian. Like we have 43 listeners on our weekly on our podcast that are from Belgium, so we like to salute them. Hello. Yes, we have no idea what that means, but apparently it's hello.
We don't even know if we're saying it right.
Yeah. Probably a bunch of American assholes. Yeah.
You just lost all 43 listeners from Belgium.
We thought a couple episodes ago, but they're sticking around, so we're excited to see.
Well,
we discussed Flemish stew last week. I think.
Yes, talked about. Well, we haven't. That hasn't been published yet, so we don't know if we lost him yet.
Is
Flemish stew just fucking boiled cum? What is that?
Honestly, it looks like pot roast with French fries.
Yeah,
I fuck with it, dude.
Yeah, I would. Honestly, the way it looked.
Yeah, it looked all right. I mean, hold on here. Let's pull it up. Let's show you.
If it was 40 degrees outside, you're sitting there in your like little snuggie and just munching the shit down. It's so good.
Dude, it's currently 100 degrees outside here in Mississippi. I'd still fucking do it. Like, there's no situation where I wouldn't eat pot roast and French fries. Are you kidding me?
I know. What's that thing? Pierogi? No.
Oh, look at that. The old
pierogies are something way different. I'm thinking about.
Ooh, French fries.
That's what I'm saying. It was.
Is
delicious.
it like poutine?
Yeah. What's that?
I said pierogi. I'm trying to say poutine.
Yeah,
that's
poutine.
It reminded me of like a poutine dish, but apparently it's served separately. But us as Americans, we're gonna roll in there and dump it over it. Like, are you kidding me? Drown those fries.
Yeah, dude. Apparently, poutine is like there's like a lot of different ways to do it.
Yeah. Up north, we do cheese curds. We do cheese curds, gravy, and fries. It's wild, but
in Canada, it's just
We have cheese curds down here, but we interviewed Jess Salomon on my podcast, who's a Canadian stand-up comic. She's been on the Tonight Show.
Yes.
And she was talking to us about like authentic cheese curds. And she was like, no, you can't get authentic cheese curds in America. It's illegal. the pasteurization process is illegal to do cheese curds right in America. You have to get it from Canada. And I was like, okay, fucking ship me some cheese curds then.
So it's like either that or explain to me this pasteurization process because I'm not quite really sure what the illegal part of it is.
Factories here in Wisconsin that I'm about to roll into some of these and be like, yo, listen to what Canada's got to say.
No, start some shit. Just go rolling in there and be like, you ain't got shit on Canada. Like, fuck
Canada's
your cheese curds.
Killing us with all this fucking smoke. We're the worst place in the world for it. I think 188. My front yard was 188.
Canada's clam bake in the fucking Hudson Bay, and it's just rolling around like a fucking tornado.
I now know that Canada doesn't fight their forest fires. Just fuck it. Let's just let it burn. What?
I mean, there's like 4 million acres burning. It's kind of hard to.
18 million.
18 million? Oh, shit.
Million. They average 5 million a year. They're up to 18 million already acres burnt.
Triggered. Conspiracy theory. I really like to get people rolling on that one. That's funny.
So Canada's on fire? Like, I'm more worried about Mexico. Like, they're at our back door.
Yeah.
I'm not fucking. I know nothing about Canada.
Canada.
I woke up a couple days ago. I'm like, motherfucking news said it wasn't going to rain. No, it was just smoke. It was just forest fire smoke. Made it look like it was going to rain.
Yeah.
Dude,
and Mexico's down there. Hello. They're friggin' running across the border.
Oh, they're getting in, dude.
Yeah, they're running in. They're just, woo.
Yeah, you notice we ain't heard nothing about that? I can't talk about that. You guys don't listen.
We don't get into politics. We can have a politics episode one of these times, but we're probably not going to post it.
Listeners don't want to see that face.
Yeah, we just don't. Off camera, you can talk as much shit as you want on it. I really don't care.
Actually, I don't really care. We can bounce the pony all we need. Side note, though. Jacob, I'd love to hear more about where we can find this podcast of yours.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
Any upcoming shows you may have that you're super excited about or hopeful for.
Yeah, dude. My life is in turmoil, but my podcast is doing really well right now. It's the only thing that I've got.
I love it.
It's my claim to fame, if you will.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, you can listen to it on everything, dude. So wherever you get your podcasts, just look for Open Micros Podcast is what it's called.
Awesome.
Literally,
and we'll get all that link information from you, and we'll have anywhere and everywhere to get in touch with you that you allow us to have.
Yeah,
and we'll have that information posted, all the links when we pop this episode out. It'll be absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, dude, touch me everywhere. I'm horny for attention.
That's fantastic.
Do whatever.
Yeah, I cannot wait to tell my wife that I got invited to touch the sexy Harry Potter.
Yes.
Hell
yes.
yeah, dude.
So make sure
that is a credit.
Yes. Make sure you emphasize the sexy part too.
Oh,
not just the Harry Potter
absolutely.
Part. Sexy Harry Potter.
I'm gonna throw on some Barry White and I'm gonna get real low with it.
There you go. Get into it.
But oh shit, I gotta plug in my computer real quick. Hold on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good podcast content right here, boys.
No, it's fantastic. Well, there's at least 40 seconds of me staring blankly at the podcast going, oh yeah, I'm here right now. So don't feel bad.
Yeah, dude, are you on shrooms?
Honestly, I woke up from a nap 45 minutes ago and the rest of life just hasn't caught up with me yet.
He rolls in and his life starts the second he opens his eyes.
I fuck with that, dude. I had to join my podcast from the car the other day because I timed it wrong because I was at my brother's house and he was like, "Oh, we have peach cobbler," and so I chose peach cobbler over our guest, and I just had to.
Speaking of which, I heard the peaches aren't doing too hot down in Georgia. That was all over the news.
Wow, crops up here are 42% normal. Also,
just saying they're really pushing the climate change bullshit.
Anyway, back to plugging myself.
Yes, plug yourself, please.
Please.
We just released our episode today with Sam Talent, who's just a fantastic
comedian. Yes.
Yeah, dude, he's fucking great, best-selling author. So you guys can go listen to that, and that's kind of a good episode to see what we do. We just like talk to famous comedians or open micers or whoever, and we have them like reminisce about crazy open mic shit. We ask them really stupid questions. Pretty much every episode, I ask them when the last time they shit their pants was. So into that. If you think that's funny, that's
absolutely.
A whole fucking.
You immediately brought back my last memory of that. I appreciate you.
We can get into that after this. I actually want to know. I'm probably going to make a compilation for our YouTube of like all of our guests shitting their pants stories.
There you go.
Yeah, dude. I mean, July's gonna be the month where like we're probably gonna do bigger shit because we've got fucking Sam Miller coming on, who's like about to be just a huge headliner. Dave Stone, Jake from the Joke World YouTube channel, which has like 230,000 subscribers. So we're gonna talk to him about his YouTube channel. And we've got Ian Bag coming on, dude, who I'm really fucking excited about. So
awesome.
We've got a lot of cool comics going on.
Man, congratulations on that lineup. That is a killer lineup.
I appreciate it, man. We've had months like that before where we're like, we have 4 really famous, like good comedians on, and then just like no one listens to our show because they just can't find it. We're hidden. We're being censored. We're being censored by the radical left.
Exactly. Pushing the man down on the ground. The frogs are gay. They're turning the frogs gay.
I yell at my phone all the time. It's because I'm conservative. Throw it across the room.
My co-host is wildly liberal, and I am wildly just like uninformed.
You just don't care. Like, you just don't fucking care. Yeah. Do you like to push the envelope with them? Like, to just like, dude, poke the bear? Like, get into
really.
it?
I mean, I respect his opinions because I genuinely don't give a fuck either way. Like,
I enjoy the conversation on both sides of the table, so I try to just hang out with my shirt off in the middle, see what happens next.
But so Charles, when was the last time you shit your pants, buddy?
Okay, so this also comes with a lesson to all the listeners out there. Why you never say never. So we're out there working on the road, and this is when I was subcontracted with Pro Painters. And what we were doing is Marvin Windows had a bonding agent in their paint fail from like 2003 to 2007, and you could either have the windows replaced and pay for the reinstallation, but the windows were free, or have us come take all your windows out, scrape all the shit off, repaint them, and then put them back in your house, and it was for free. So most people did that. So the day before, we were talking about people shitting their pants. And I'm like, I'm a fucking adult. I will never shit my pants. I did that when I was a kid. I have control. No sooner the next day, we were in the work van and we were pulling into the driveway. Now, nothing told me that this fart was about to destroy my underwear. Nothing did. Not my stomach the night before, not that morning. I had a normal solid poop. I peed well. And I went to work thinking life was fine, except karma was there with the plug and the cord and went, hey, buddy, just go ahead and fart real quick. And I'm like, all right, boop, poop everywhere. And we're pulling into this dude's house. And my coworkers at this time, I'm like, yo, guys, I shit my pants. You got to go like get to the dude and please don't walk around the van. Not a big deal, right? I'm just going to rip my underwear off, put it in this bag. I'm going to work underwearless today. No sooner do I rip my damn drawers off, do I look up, and they've got the dude, the homeowner, standing in front of the van while their backs are to me, and he's looking at them, looking into the van, looking at me, changing my pants. And I'm just like, oh, man, this is probably the worst case thing that could have happened when you go, oh, I'm never going to shit my pants. I'm an adult right here. This is it.
Shit them. Shit your pants.
So to the day now, I have not had such an accident and very thankful for it. Karma, I appreciate the whole world.
Yeah, dude. My co-host is the same way that you were, where he's very staunch about like, I'm an adult. I don't shit my pants, which is why we argue about it constantly. Because he's hitting 50, dude. He's getting close to 50.
When that plug hits, he's going to lose his pants.
Yeah, dude. Nice. He's going to shit his pants off. He's going to shit his socks, dude. I want nothing more than for my co-host of the Open Micros podcast, Jason Robbins, to shit in his socks. I want it to run down into his fucking shoes. And he only has one pair. He has to throw them out and buy new ones.
Live on the podcast, too. Just get him laughing so hard that he just shits himself.
Oh, dude. I almost shit myself live on the podcast several times.
Yeah. At this point, it's not a matter of will I again. It's a matter of where am I going to be when it happens again?
Right.
And I'm praying it's not on like a water slide at a water park at the moment I shouldn't be there.
Ooh,
That's
yes.
a big surprise for the people who didn't like get out of the pool fast enough at the
Stank.
bottom.
I'm telling you, that's the only thing I could think of that would top the moment I already had. So I'm trying to expect it.
See, my moment isn't as glorious because I just got really defensive when mine happened. So I was doing dishes upstairs in the kitchen. This is recent. This is probably like a month ago. I was upstairs doing dishes, and the dog always lays at my feet when it's bored and it doesn't want to do anything. So I'm upstairs doing dishes, and I was like, oh man, I gotta go to the bathroom, but I really don't want to go downstairs to go to the bathroom. So I'm just like, nope, don't worry about it. It's just a fart. I farted, kept on doing dishes, and all of a sudden, you turn your one butt cheek and you're like, yeah, shit, they're good. The old lady come up behind me and she goes, did you shit your pants? And I said, no. I said, the dog farted. And she goes, it smells like shit. It smells like human shit. She goes. And I said, yeah. And then I was like, yeah, I'm going to go check. I freaking shit my pants. There you go. See, I'm honest and open.
Yes. Got the kiss of death on the butt cheek there when the warm poop turns cold and you finally feel it.
Yeah, sometimes you just can't blame it on the dog. You know, it smells like literal shit, so you can't blame it on the dog.
I'm not sure if I farted or if I pooped, but I know I'm going to get that kiss in a second if it's true.
You called it shit poop.
So I have so many shitting my pants stories, but the one that's my favorite and probably the most recent that my listeners are just tired of hearing at this point, but I'm going to share it with you guys here. I once shit my pants 3 Tuesdays in a row.
Oh, damn.
Every week on a Tuesday, 3 weeks in a row.
That is fantastic.
And yeah, the first time it happens, you don't think I'm going to do this twice more on a Tuesday.
Was it Taco Tuesdays?
No, dude. I was just doing the same. I was doing different shit every single day.
Really?
So like the first Tuesday it happened, I had left a Chinese buffet. Checks out.
Yes, that one we can agree on.
Yeah, I go to the Dollar Tree next door and I buy a Mountain Dew Red or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm standing in line and I'm like, I'm gonna shit my pants if I don't get to a bathroom. So I asked the cashier. I was like, hey, do you guys have a bathroom in here? And I'm not kidding. She said, we can't afford to have a bathroom in here in this Dollar Tree. She fucking said that to my face. And I was like, that's a good bit. And then I just shit my pants in line. And then I went to my day job.
You paid for the code red. Tell me you paid for the code red.
Oh yeah, dude. Of course I paid for it.
I got the code. I didn't just run out with it. Yeah, I paid for it.
I could very nonchalantly shit my pants. Okay.
Oh.
And so I pull up at my day job, and I worked with kids at the time at a summer camp. And so there's cameras everywhere. So there's footage of me going into the bathroom and then coming out just holding my shitty underwear and then throwing it in the dumpster out back. Like clear cut 4K footage.
The old sneaky shit.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah. All right, number 2.
All right, number 2. No pun intended. This was less interesting, but I was at an open mic that I was hosting, and I was getting ready to like go on stage and open the show and do like 10 minutes of comedy to warm up the crowd and just fucking do the open mic. And I was standing at the bar with my friends, and I just shit, dude. Like, it just came out. I can't explain it. I just fucking shit. And I looked at everyone and I said, I just shit my pants. I'll be right back. And they're like, Jacob's so funny, dude. And then I went straight from the bathroom to the stage and riffed for 10 minutes about shitting my pants and how the underwear is in the bathroom and you can go look at it right now. And multiple people did. And they're like, he shit his fucking pants. Like,
Hoarders did an episode of it already.
No Hoarders episode.
And it was so funny, like doing the rest of the show just in jeans, commando, and like making connections with people afterwards and like meeting new comics and be like, I'm Jacob, man. I got fucking connections. I can help you out if you need anything. I shit my pants earlier. We all know that.
Right. You're making direct eye contact with them too. Like
flirting with disaster. You're lucky on that sexy Harry Potter nickname, I'm telling you. Especially with the trifecta. That's fantastic.
The third time I was in bed with my fiance.
Oh
boy.
man.
And so I was very not clothed. And I'm trying to get up to go shit, but I'm fat as fuck. So I can't do a sit up. So I'm just like turtling, trying to get up. And I shit because I took too much motion to get out of the bed. And
much effort.
Yeah. But I didn't know that I shit. So like she texts me while I'm in the bathroom, did you just shit in the bed? Because I didn't tell her. She put her hand in it and
she found out.
there was just shit on her hand.
No, I brought cake into the room. No,
I was like, yeah, I shit my pants. Do you think you can clean it up while I'm in here? And she was like, yeah, I got you. And that's the moment I knew. I was like, oh, I'm marrying this woman. We weren't engaged at the time. Yeah. And yeah, she had to get a spoon and dig out the fucking shit from the egg crate because we had an egg crate mattress. So she had to dig it out.
Oh, man.
Yeah, dude.
Yes. Yeah.
That's when you know you got a winner.
Oh, my God.
Absolute 100%. Put a ring on it.
The biggest question I have about this, and we'll try it. The biggest question I have is on the fourth Tuesday.
Okay.
How did that day go?
I was very fucking cautious. I'm pretty sure I stayed home from work that day. I'm pretty sure I just stayed home all day.
Yeah. And then
until it was time for open mic, and then
so you risked it for the biscuit. Yeah. So then once you closed your eyes and went to sleep and woke up the next morning, was that were you like, oh my God, this is over? I beat this.
Oh yeah, dude. When I made it to Wednesday, I was like, fuck yeah. Because everyone was concerned about me. Everyone in my life was over.
The whole time I'm like, man, this sounds like a fucking medical condition that was taken 7 days for his body to process.
Dude, the first guest we had on our podcast after I hit the trifecta was Bo Alexander. And there's no funnier person to tell after it has ended, hey, I shit my pants 3 Tuesdays in a row. And he's just like, you're my fucking opener for when I come to Ocean Springs, Mississippi? You're shitting your pants 3 times in a row? Are you even an adult?
Listen, and it wasn't Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It was Tuesday.
You know, your line should have been back to him. Yes, and Pampers paid me $500 to say no shits today.
Yeah, triple T's.
Yeah, right.
Triple T's.
I should try to get a fucking diaper sponsorship for our show.
There you go. Triple T's, Pampers.
Have your face.
What's that song that goes like on a Tuesday? It's like shitting on a Tuesday, just freaking wrapping around. Yeah, we could do that. We could remix that song. We know a guy, a comedian guy, the podcast guy that does some pretty songs. We just had a pretty cool song that just came out that I sent to Charles that I hope the internet doesn't find out about.
Oh yeah,
it's pretty gay. Just so you know.
I would say it's pretty gay. I would say it's
I like
gay.
I am a completely open person when it comes to this stuff. I like to make fun, light of stuff, and I thought it was funny, and a lot of other people did too. But I just hope that it doesn't hinder my political career someday when I want to be the mayor, and stuff like that. Yeah.
I feel like everyone knows where the line is now, where it's like, I can't release this if it'll get me fired from my regular job, just only if it'll get me fired from being a senator.
Right. It's crazy that bar has been raised so high now that it's like, before this, you'd be like, man, that guy should probably be in jail or prison for some of the stuff that he's done. You're like, nah, that guy's running for president. You're like, holy shit.
That's how that works out nowadays. All right, cool.
Yes, true.
Yeah, dude.
Well, we really enjoyed having you on the podcast.
Yeah,
thanks, man. I enjoyed being here.
Yeah, it was a fantastic chit chat. And again, so your podcast is on all platforms, and new episode was out this week.
Yeah. New episodes come out Wednesdays. So every Wednesday, you guys go check your feed for Open Micers Podcast.
Open Micers Podcast. And any upcoming live shows you got? Any stand-ups you're looking forward to?
Oh, yeah, man. I'm booked October 6th in Mobile, Alabama. I will be doing the Stoned versus Drunk versus Sober showcase, which is one of the most fun shows in the country. I will be on Team
Nice.
Drunk.
Oh man,
Nice.
we're gonna have to look more into this and chat it up here on the next episode. That's fantastic. Thank you for sharing.
Oh,
that
for
with
sure.
us.
He just had Sam Talon on there. We had Michael McChesney. He's from Waukesha, Wisconsin, Milwaukee. He just booked Sam Talon on one of his shows in Milwaukee, I believe. So he was talking about him as well.
Oh, cool, man.
Yeah, but yeah, you've been a fantastic guest, Jacob, and I can't wait to chit chat with you again soon.
Yeah, dude, have me back anytime.
Absolutely. Well, we're gonna definitely have you back when Elon and Facebook boy are gonna freaking throw down. So for sure.
Yeah, dude, put me on the fight companion. I'll add some insight.
There we go. Awesome. Yeah, we can do that because we can just do the live thing. We'll all jump in a room. We'll just have a big Zoom meeting, have it going on.
Celebrity deathmatch all over again.
Yes, absolutely.
I miss that show.